Recording. All right, guys. So hello, good evening. Thank you guys so much for getting on tonight. Tonight is a special Zoom. We don't have any VIP. Well, okay, wait, I gotta reword that. We don't have any outside of the team special guests tonight, but we wanted to tonight be. That's why I had to reword it and not say VIP. But we wanted to have what Rusty came up with this great name, Stage Ready Zoom, because all of you guys are ready for the stage. All of you guys, nothing's stopping you from getting up there. So we wanted to have this special Zoom tonight for some of the people that are on fire right now, that has a lot of things going for them, and we wanted them to bring it to you guys. And I know a lot of them. I've heard stories, some I haven't, which I'm so excited to get into. But you're going to be hearing from a bunch of different people, and you're going to hear a bunch of different stories, a bunch of different everything. And I'm telling you, you're going to be blown away, because y'all already know I'm detailed with the questions. So we're going to get into it to figure out exactly what it is, what had happened, how did that happen, and the mindset behind it. So let's start first with the person that's probably sweating bullets already. Let's bring Tasha up first. So this is our first person is Natasha. Now, Natasha is our amazing sideline, but not my side. Well, she's my sideline, but she's Rusty's upline. I'm downline. But Tasha, just give us a quick, just who you are, where you from, how long you've been with It Works, VIP, Triple Diamond. You got to unmute first, though. That's step one.
I was just getting ready. Okay, hi guys. My name is Tasha. I'm 29 years old. I've been in the business almost 7 years this coming year, I think. Holy crap. And I am a triple diamond. I am from the island of Maui. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2. And
that's perfect. So a lot of people, that this is basically our team, but others are on too. But I want to just quickly just dive on in. Now, recently we had 4-in-1, 4 in the Front introduced, and like everybody else, we were all excited about it. I mean, this was introduced back in September. We were like, yeah, we can do this, we got this, we can get this done. It's very simple, simplicity hits. But for some reason, you like me had a froze moment where it was just like, huh? This ain't us. What's going on here? So just give me a quick thing on that as far as what happened there. That was like September to mid-October.
So real quick, guys, in September, I had 6 enrollments. 6. I had 3 DT and 3 LC. And when they launched it, everybody was like, oh my God. And I froze. I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't like change. I don't like new. It's so crazy. And it gives me anxiety. And so I froze. And I'm like, no, we're going to let this pass. and then come October, I kind of started getting in the groove. I had 16 enrollments, so 10 more. And then in November, I was like, we're done. We're going for it. I completed 8 cycles, 8 4-in-1 cycles in the month of November. I had 41 enrollments.
Amazing. Now tell me, you got to tell me your mindset. What switched? Like, what changed between the mid-October to now November? Just boom. Now it's just, you was knocking it out like flies. Like first we was like, girl, and you was like, girl. I was like, I know. You was like, I know. We got to do this.
I was like, Crystal, we got to do this. She's like, I know. I'm like, we're just gonna do it. And she's like, yeah, anxiety and all. But I think for me, what changed was I stopped feeling sorry for myself. I was like, I'm in a rut. Like, come on, I'm like, everybody else is getting this. Honestly, I counted myself out. For the Christmas cash. I'm like, I gotta do what, and then I gotta teach what, and I think that it's weird because Steps to Success was more enrollments than the 4-in-1. Like, I don't know, it was just a change, and I didn't know. I guess I just got scared. And so the biggest shift was like, if they can do it, I can do it. I was actually on vacation the first 2 weeks of November, and it's my highest enrollment because I'm like, I wanted it. And I just decided, I'm like, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to feel overwhelmed because if I don't do it, everybody's going to leave me behind. And exactly. I want that Christmas cash. So
Now, so y'all understand what 8 cycles is, 8 4 1s is. That's 8 times completing four and a friend. That means 32 loyal customers, 8 distributors in the month of November, which is like bananas. Now, we're gonna move on to now. Wanted to know how you do it.
okay. Um, I do want to go back real quick in
Okay.
September, real quick, because this plays a huge role. Is our kids went up, and I was like $149. Like I cannot even sign people for 99, and now I got to sign them for 149. I'm like, but again, I never have questioned this company ever. I'm like, they're doing it for a reason and they're always on my side. And so I was like, I was frozen. I'm like, I can't, nobody's going to want to sign up. And that was my mindset. And I added one simple script to my scripts. And all it says is there's a startup cost. Is that something that's going to hold you back? That's it.
I, I
And
started using it. It's working.
they were signing like no tomorrow. And I was like, and I'm getting the runners because I'm not coming from a place of desperate. I'm coming from a place like, do you want to make money or not? If you don't got the 149 and you're not willing to pre-sell, this, or you're not willing to pay the portions, I'm gonna have to beg you to work. And I think when I got out of that mindset of I was chasing people, I was so desperate, and I'm like, why? I'm gonna find the people. And I had somebody. I just completed my first Christmas. I mean, the first 350 cycle, the first 500. I'm like, what? So how did I do it? Huh?
Congratulations.
I did two more. I'm so stressed. Okay. How did I do it? I did it on Instagram. And it's crazy because I don't like Instagram. And I always told myself that I feel like Instagram like it's a perfect platform. Everybody has perfect lives. They have nice skin and all this stuff, like nice backgrounds. Like my house is, I only can do a live in this part of my house, okay? Because that's just a nice corner. And so, but I just did it. And I did host to post. And I was doing 1,000 host to posts a week. And I'm gonna be honest, September and October, I got not much enrollments from Instagram. Everything was still Facebook. 2 months of no enrollments from Instagram. I continued. I stayed because I had over thousands and thousands of followers. This last month, 41 enrollments. Everything came from Instagram. And it's because it's the host to post that I'm doing, and I'm offering the business and the products, and I'll share the scripts in here in just a bit. But
Okay.
host to post and doing things that I never wanted to do before, for sure.
So basically, you did something, you tried something, it didn't work, but you still tried it again and it didn't work. And then you still tried it again and then it worked. So basically, you put those seeds out there that they tell us we were supposed to put out there where you reap the rewards from it. So if you guys understand that, you know, something that you try is not going to work right then, but you got to stay consistent with it to then see the results from it, which I have. I finally listened. Tasha said, your scripts is too freaking long, girl. Shorten the scripts. Your scripts is too long. Add this in here. Tell them, ask them in advance. And I love that because now that's the first thing I'm getting into with them is asking them, if it was the startup cost involved, would you still be interested? Something like that. Whatever you just said, that's what I put. And that helps out so much with narrowing it down and getting the weeds out because I don't have to talk as much if I already know that you're not interested from the beginning. So I love that too. And that helps out a ton. Now, I hope you guys are ready in the chat to be able to take a ton of copy paste and put them in your notes because everyone that's speaking tonight will be having something for Alex funny. She ready? Because everybody tonight will be having something for you to take away from. So I want you guys to be able to get something from it. Now, Tasha, anything else you want to leave us with at the end in reference to what this stuff that you're about to put in the chat?
No, so I do follow Tamika scripts 100%. I follow her scripts. The only different thing is I add in there's a startup cost. Is that something that's going to hold you back today? And I'll send you guys it. But I copy Tamika scripts. Why? Because it's easy. Everything's there. I know what it says, and so I teach my team the same. You guys, we have these scripts. why don't we just utilize it? You know, instead of trying to reinvent the wheel and make it like I try to do everything that I'm able to duplicate to my team. And I'm going to share those scripts in here. And then also one last thing is be consistent. I just have to call out. I have a diamond on here. Her name is Dory. And she's like, I don't want to do reels. And I'm like, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And you're going to do 2 to 3 a day. And one of her reels almost hit 1 million views on Facebook. And it didn't take off. She got like 100 views. She's like, this doesn't work. I'm going to keep doing it. She's like, what you talking? I'm going to keep doing it. And then now she has almost to 1 million views. And so consistency is the key, because even if you don't see it now, you'll see it in the long haul. And that's it.
I love that. So Tasha is a little all over the place, but the scripts may make sense to y'all when y'all see them in the comments. Okay. Just put it together. And then if y'all got a question, we'll come back and get one question from her. All right, so thanks, Tasha. So I'm gonna move on over, and let's go over to Pam, who's right under Tasha for me. So let me I forgot about the spotlight thing. I done switch screens. Pam. You can unmute Pam so I can find you.
I
Oh,
did.
there you are. Add the spotlight. Tasha,
Yeah.
I'm about to take you off flags. I'm about to. I gotta find you. Hold on, give me a second. Hold, please. There you go. See? Now you're gone.
I'm
Oh,
unmuted.
okay. So Pam, tell us who you are, where you from, how long you've been with It Works, and pronounce your last name for me.
It's Mathern.
Wow. Okay, gotcha. All right, I can remember that. All right, so tell us where you're from, how long you've been with It Works, rank.
Well, I'm at the very bottom.
That's no
So just a
Everybody
distributor.
start there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay. I've been with It Works about 7 months, something like that. I finished up chemo in April and started the products probably about a month, 6 weeks after that. And then I started working it.
Love it. And where are you in North Carolina too?
No, I'm in Florida.
Okay. All right.
Right outside of Pensacola.
Oh, you're right over there by the beach and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty
So
beaches.
tell us, so when you started with the products, did you get results? How has it been working for you since completing chemo?
I love them every day. Every day I use the products. Have the
Nice.
reds and greens and celery and skinny tea and collagen.
Mm-hmm. Have been working perfectly for you.
Great, perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
love
all
it.
my scans come back good, so I'm a happy girl.
Oh, good. Now, another question for you in reference to how did November treat you? How did you do with November as far as
I got a couple of customers, but nothing.
that counts because that rolls
Yeah,
over.
it counts.
That's right.
Yeah.
It rolls over this month so that they get, a $50 bonus for having 4, and then you can move up to 150 when you add a distributor to it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I've got one more I'm going to register tomorrow. So, and I've got one I'm working on as a distributor.
There you go. Now tell me some testimonies that you've gotten from the products. You said chemo. So does that mean that your hair fell out at one point?
It didn't. Well, it fell out pretty much right in here a little bit. But you can see, I mean, there's just different layers. And then at the very end, there's still the chemo hair. But
it looks full up there. So
it's much fuller, yeah, because it was very, very thin. Yeah, that's the best product that I use. And you mentioned that's hair, skin, and nails. I love it.
Awesome. Yeah. So do you have results already with it as far as like?
Oh yeah, my hair is thicker now than it was before.
Wow.
And I have, most days I have a rooster tail where it sticks up like this. So.
So what has been your most exciting thing about It Works so far?
The hair, skin, and nails, and I had a really good time when we went down to Bradenton. That was real fun.
Oh, you went to the
Cami,
So how was that
for the Christmas?
Yeah, for the Christmas cash tour. How was that your first event?
That was my first event. My husband and I went.
How was that experience?
It was great. We had a really good time. Just being around
And
all the people and stuff. It was great.
so you got to feel that energy, you got to feel the
Yes,
positivity, you got to be
correct.
able to, see how excited everybody is, and just the overall love. Like, you can feel it through Zoom a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
way
but it's
different in
totally
person.
different when it's there. Yeah. Yes, it is.
So
It's wonderful.
I'm glad you guys
Everybody.
experienced that too, and that helps a ton. Now, another thing I wanted to ask you in reference to is, you say you've been in 6 to 7 months. You're at the rank of distributor. What
Mhm.
keeps you excited to continue?
The products, the people, the love, everybody helping each other.
Mhm.
That's a big thing for me.
Oh, good. And that's definitely something that I love. The way that we're one team, one mission.
Right,
Rusty definitely pushes that along with us. We all invite, no matter who you are, where you're from, to be
right,
able to get rooms and be able to learn. And now we've done things so differently as a company now, where everyone is continuing to come together even more, which is helping everyone be able to be on the same page with learning, the same page with how we do things. And it's helping out everyone be able to move at that same pace towards getting to that next level.
right.
Hope all you guys are getting those scripts in the comments that Tasha put in there. She put a board in there and she put some stuff. What you here's the board. Okay. What about the script that said, is that what happened to the scripts that said about the oh she's organized now. Everything's in a board. Okay. All
Oh,
right.
it's all at a board? Okay. That'll make it easier.
All right, Tasha. Excuse me. All right, that helps out even more. Um, so leave us with something, Pam, that you feel like has been something you've learned that has helped you with enrolling and getting more people.
Consistency. It's
Yeah.
really important. Really important. Being consistent. Yeah,
And how is it having Rusty as a upline?
it's wonderful.
He don't give you the kick in the butt.
Sometimes.
I bet he do, in a good way, with love.
That's
I,
right. That's
with
right.
love. That's right. You
That's
got
right.
love. I love that. So thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to leave everyone with, as far as with your experience or anything so far? I mean, because you're not going to be a distributor much longer. You're definitely going to be executive and beyond soon, because Four and a Friend is going to get that done.
Thank you. I just be yourself and be consistent. I think that's the most important thing in anything you do, but especially with this business.
Definitely. And ask tons of questions for those that are still in the newer
Yes.
stages.
Yeah.
Definitely don't keep your mouth closed. Ask those questions, because you never know if someone else got that answer for you that you need. And then also keeping your mouth closed lets the negativity, that negative self-talk in, where then you're letting all that negativity in and you're not getting your questions answered. So
Right.
always ask any question needed, because it can be something that be the smallest thing to change stuff, where instead you keeping it in and you let that negativity in and say, nope, 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 nope. So
Right.
definitely ask those questions, which you already do. So you're good. You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. You
All
know
right.
that, don't you, Chris?
That's right. And I'm glad you do. That's right.
Thank you.
She's no stranger. She will reach out and ask a question in a minute, and I'm glad. So it's great that she does that. All right. Well, I'm glad I know how to pronounce your last name too, so that helps me. Nice speaking to you. Who do
Thank
I want to
you.
move on to next? Eeny, meeny, miny, Janet. Okay. So unmute yourself, Janet. And then
Hello,
Lisa, I'm coming to you
hello.
next. All right, Lisa, as long as you heard me, you next. All right, so Janet has a great story as well for you guys. So hello, Janet. First off, tell us who you are, where you're from, and how long you've been with It Works each time.
Hi, I'm Janet Anderson from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Carissa is my upline. Been in the business second time around for a little over a year and a half. I left, thought the grass was greener, but it wasn't. I came back home and reached out to Carissa,
All
and
right.
it's been awesome since I've been back.
Now, when did you get started the first time?
Back in 2016.
Okay. So basically you've been familiar with the company now. Poor thing, Nick. She's funny. So you've been familiar with the company now for over 5 years.
Yes.
I met Janet from One Team, One Mission events that we threw in New Jersey, and she would come out to it, and we just been really cool ever since. She was just, she became one of the stepkids, and just somebody else that was adopted onto us. And and then once her entire organization and everyone left, then that's when she left with them. And then at that point, came back as a loyal customer, started her hair, skin, and nails journey, and then upgraded after that to be a distributor. Now we want to go into last month, how last month went for you. Last month you've completed 4-in-1 once or twice.
Once, and I missed it the second go around.
Okay.
And yeah.
So
And the third
congratulations
go around. Yeah.
So congratulations on the first one. So
Thank
now
you.
Janet is a distributor. And how did it feel getting that $150 bonus?
It felt great. I was like, okay, I like this.
So
was
that
like
basically gave you like that push and that motivation to keep.
that fire, yes.
Okay, because I know after that
it
is
wasn't
when
that stress trying to get, your customers and else, the distributor.
Mhm.
I didn't feel stressed.
Well, why? Because the 4-in-1 felt a lot. It felt a lot less.
Yes.
Okay.
It was like, how can I explain it? It was just more fun, I should say. Like,
Okay. It didn't feel as stressful as the I don't forget what Steps to Success was now. What is it? 4 LCs, 3 DTs. There we go. That's the song.
yes, you
So,
just needed one DT.
Tasha, I need to take you off my screen. Making me laugh. It is. It's 4 LCs, 3 DTs. So now that now that the 4-in-1 is 4 loyal customers and 1 distributor, what worked for you last month as far as, I know you got a lot of customers last month with gummies. Even though you got great hair, skin, and nail journey results, you got a lot of loyal customers with gummies. So what happened and how did that work out? How did you get that?
Oh, just posting and results. Use the
I was about to
product.
say, you got results.
Use the
So
product.
Janet has great results that she has gotten from the gummies, and even a month span that she has corporate approved also. Now, that's something that, well, you got a couple gummies before you even put that up, but what was the script, I guess you can say, that was used? So you got to go find that and put it in the comments. What was the script that was used
It
towards
was
helping
more
with the
in my stories, and also it's one of our scripts. It's one of ours. Take 2 to 4 gummies a day and shrink your weight. Yeah.
So basically you asked a question?
Yes.
Okay. So was there a before and after picture involved in that first, or not at that time?
Not at that time, no. It's just the excitement of it. They got to hear your excitement. If you sounding dry and responding back to them, they're not interested. You
So
got to
what
sound excited.
closed
And
them?
I used the voice. The voice recorder on the messenger.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So what closed it? Because I know one day you got like 2 or 3 customers in a day.
Yes. Just, they just have to take the gummies, and, people want gummies. They like gummies. For some reason, it's like candy. So it's no pills. They didn't want to swallow pills. So gummies they felt was better for them, to get on. So that's why
Well,
they
did it
signed up
boost your
like that.
confidence having 1 LC? Did that first LC boost your confidence to get more? Or did it take 2 in a day? Like, hold up, I can do more than 2 now. And now your confidence is boosted. Now you got another one?
Oh yeah, it like pushed me even more. Like I get so excited when I get the one. I'm like, okay, let me try to get another one. It just, when you get that yes and they say yes, send them the shopping cart, it's like, okay, got one. Let me see who else I can get. It's like a challenge to myself to get more enrolled.
Okay. So you've also gotten not just the 150, you've gotten $50 bonuses too. So you've
Yeah.
done the four only also. So just so
Correct.
y'all there, you have the 4-in-1 available, but you also can get the $50 bonus of having 4 loyal customers also that you don't move. You have to keep them now. So you also get that bonus too. So that's also another one available for you. So until you're able to get that one distributor, you can still make money, which is great.
Yeah, I was excited to hear that. That it
Right,
rolled over.
exactly. But you end up getting 2 distributors and didn't know and came from nowhere.
They reached out. Believe it or not, one of the distributors, she was my distributor. Like I was her.
That was your old upline.
That was my old upline. Yes.
Got-
That signed up with me
See,
second time around.
so listen, guys, people come back. Okay, you see, she came back. The upline came back too. So it's definitely, it's possible. So for some of you guys, that's second, third, fourth go rounds. Those other people over there may still want to come back too. They just maybe need that little nudge or that inspiration or that little bit of you just saying, hey, that may, push them to make them come back. So you want to leave us with one last thing before you go find one of them posts on your page and bring it back to the chat?
Yes, you post about the products. Make sure you have results with the products because people do want to see your before and afters.
Even if it's a month, hers was a month. It can be 3 days. It can be a week. It can be a coffee that you done for 3 days to show something. It doesn't always have to be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're waiting for results before you can post. You can do
Yeah.
challenges. We used to do challenges for 3 days. Pick your products and do a 3-day challenge and then post about what happened in those 3 days. You can do one wrap and get results, and that's a result. That happens in a day, 45 minutes. So pick a product, get a result out there so that people can utilize it. And when we submitted her before and afters, we got wasn't it the next day or the same day? It came back real fast because it
The
shocked me
next
when I
day.
got it back. Right. So her
And what's
results
so
came
funny
back.
is I took the first photo was when we was in Cabo.
Mhm.
The second photo I took when I was in DR, just taking a picture. And then when I saw it on both, I'm like, wait a minute. And I sent it to the group chat. I was like, look,
So you didn't even realize you lost something.
no.
Well, that's usually how it works. That's why they tell people take pictures because you can't physically see or see whatever's going on. That's why the pictures are there to be your slideshow. So that was definitely a great lesson to learn. All right, so Janet, go find those things and put them in the chat. Let's move on now to Lisa. Lisa, you here?
I'm here.
All right. That's another one that needs confidence, and when she talks, she get nervous too.
The whole bottle. No.
All right, so y'all in for a little treat with Lisa here, and I already told her to have some stuff ready, so I know she should be probably not because she a winger like me. She got
No, I
blue
got like.
Oh my gosh. Why you got all those notes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So geez. Okay. So let's start first with who you are, where you from. She's not organized. She's just nervous. That was nervous. That's not organized. Who you are, where you from, how long you been with It Works, and your rank.
Okay, so hi everyone. I am Lisa. I'm a diamond leader. I've been with the company for 6 years and I'm out in New York. So what I'm gonna follow up with is gonna all make sense.
Okay.
So
now,
go ahead.
So Lisa is so another person that I met through her upline that has quit. So she's another stepchild. So since and we met at 1T1 mission events and everything else, she's been at almost everything too. Anything we've corporately done, she's been there. So she's always been involved. So now you can go into giving them that last month you had an amazing month. First off, a lot of people that we're in a chat with basically experienced it because they see your excitement, they see what you've accomplished. But I wanted you to be able to bring it to everyone to also hear, because there's a lot to your story. Not it's you've lost uplines, you still pushed on even though they left. You still promoted even though they left. Hold on. Is the sibling on here?
No,
Okay.
or maybe
Yeah,
I don't know. she's
Well,
she's in
listen.
and out. She might
Oh
be.
well.
No.
You work the business with family, and family, decided to leave and not do. So you still continue to keep pushing, even past all the adversities of things happening and people leaving. And you was like, I'm still gonna get my diamond. I want it. I want it. I want it. So last month, what happened? What triggered you to now want to push? And now you can tell parts of your story.
So just to go back a little bit, I'm a full-time school counselor in a middle school. I'm a full-time single mom. My daughter's 8 now, and when I joined the business, she was 2. And so I worked the business being a full-time single mom. I've worked the business being as a full-time school counselor. So I've done the career and the business, and it was a side hustle. I joined the business to make an extra $30 a month just so I can have money for coffee and wine and not have to take it out of my rent money and feel guilty for that. So I was like, all right, I started with the wraps and I just joined right away. And it turned into now it's a side hustle. It pays my gym membership. It pays my daughter's gymnastics. And I was okay with that. I lost my upline. I lost my downline. I went to every conference and I always waited. You wait for something. You wait for an event. You want to get your fire back and you feel like you don't have it. And you wait for, I'm going to wait for, and you say that I'm going to wait to have kids. I'm going to wait to get married. And you have to do it at that moment. And I just had I even had a conversation with a customer that said, I'm waiting until after the holidays to start. And I was kind of just like, why? Start now. Like, why are you waiting until you can start now and still eat for the holidays? Like, so I was waiting to get my fire back the conference before the pandemic, and I was an emerald, but I was ranking at executive, and I was waiting for the conference. I made it to conference and I got sick and I was stuck in the hotel room the entire weekend thinking that I had food poisoning. And when I got back to New York, I got back to New York after the conference was over and I needed emergency gallbladder surgery. Okay, that happens. I heal 6 weeks later, COVID hits, and I got COVID that weekend. And March 31st, so where's my fire? I'm just like, fire, where are you? Like, this is not working. This is not what I want. And I was, first with my gallbladder, I was like, okay, the universe is trying to tell me to sit down. Like, you're doing too much, figure things out. Guess I didn't sit down long enough, because then it's like, okay, COVID hit. Now you're really going to sit down. And I sat down, right? Got COVID. And at March 31st, 2020, I ended executive. I had to buy products before the whole pick 2, pick 3, before they were on promotion. I had to buy products that were more than my commissions just to be commission qualified. And I went to sleep that night and I'm like, what am I doing? I've been in the business for, I think at the time it was like 5 years. And I'm like, what am I doing? I have the vehicle to do what I need to do. I know what I need to do. What am I waiting for? So I need to wake up tomorrow and make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up May 31st, I promoted to diamond. Because you make a decision. You wake up
and you did a lot of the work.
The what?
You did a lot of the work.
Yes. And you do the work every day.
A lot of customers and distributors that month.
And you wake up every day and you do the work. So now it's to say, during a pandemic, I promoted to diamond. My daughter, I'm home doing my full-time career. My daughter's home doing remote. And you could still, when you make a decision, you make it happen. During the pandemic, I became debt-free because of the company. Because I made a decision, right? And what's that? That's the next part of what I'm going to say is it's sacrifice. So that's a whole nother situation. It's sacrifice. So now you fast forward a year, right? I go back to work, school's open, and I go back. And I live in New York. I'm gonna be very transparent. They put the vaccine mandate, and what happens? I'm not for the mandate right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I say on August 23rd? I said, I can't leave my career. So I'm gonna have to see what I do. Like, I'm gonna have to get the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I do 5 weeks later? I left my career because I know what I have in front of me. But you want to know something? I left my career on October 1st. And what did I rank September 30th? Executive. Because the whole month of September, I wasn't putting in the work in my business because I had to be still and make a decision of what I was going to do with my life. But what did I do? And this is going to probably be all over the place. I showed up for my business every day, still making my coffee and talking to my audience saying, I'm going through something right now. I can't talk about what it is right now, but I'm here. Just pray for me. Just keep me in your thoughts. I'm still making my coffee. I'm going to work. And then that would be it. But they still saw me every day. I still showed up. And that's what it comes down to, mindset, and you show up. So October 1st was my last day of my career. And what did I do? Mindset. I woke up on October 4th and I made a decision that if that was my decision, I'm going to show up every single day for my business the way that I showed up for my career.
Yep.
No matter how I felt. I woke up with a headache. I woke up tired. You think I wake up and I want to make my coffee every single day? I make the same celery and coffee. And now the joke is I'm a hoodie queen. I have every different kind of hoodie. The worst part of my day is right now trying to figure out, I got to go change my hoodie because I sleep in the same hoodie because I don't go anywhere. And I'm like, oh crap, I got to change my hoodie. And I'm like, you know what? If that's the worst part of my day. And I'm like, but you know what? My mindset is, if I don't do that, then I gotta go back to work. If I don't send out these messages, then I gotta tell my daughter I'm not taking her to school anymore. If I don't do this, then I gotta do that. And if you put your mindset on that, you start moving.
Exactly. And you move.
And I moved so much every single day. And when you don't feel like it, your goals don't care about how you feel. You still have to show up. Because on the days that you have a headache, on the days that you're tired, on the days that you don't feel well, if you had a place to clock into, there's only but so many days you could take off. You would still have to go.
That's right.
So why not show up for yourself the way you would show up for somebody else?
Exactly. Because they're making money.
And it came down to mindset for me. And I woke up and I did a schedule and I stuck to the same schedule every single day. And some days, like last night, trying to re-rank, I was like, I woke up this morning and things weren't even making sense. I was like, my eyes are still bleeding from last night because I can't even see straight. But you know what? It feels good because it's for me and it's hard work. And every single day of this hard work, my daughter sees that. My daughter sees everything that I'm doing. And so mindset, showing up, show up anyways. And on the days, and it's crazy because if you show up every day, even on the days that you don't feel like you do as much, you're going to get outcomes from the other days that you showed up. A loyal customer is going to pop up. Someone's going to message you from other days that you did all of the work, because you could change your schedule. You make your schedule. Today my post was my daughter left her lunch home and I was happy. I was like, yes, guess what? I get to go home. And then, you know what she asked me after school today? She's like, what took you so long to come back, Carissa? You know, she asked me that. What took you so long to come back? I said, I was sitting in the car trying to take a cute picture. And she's like, to post it? Oh my God. Yeah. I was like, that's what took me so long. Okay. You weren't having lunch until 10:30. So she knows my schedule and that's the joy. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, is to be able to do that. So mindset, and showing up. And that's what got me. Oh, and then another thing, sidebar, if you can, get yourself an accountability partner, someone that's going to keep you in check, someone that is going to keep you in check, someone you can keep them in check. That way, when you're on a high and they're on a low, you can balance each other out. There's someone on, besides for Carissa, there's someone on here that I talk to every single day for more than 90 days, every single day, checking in so that we make sure that we hit our goals together and we make it happen. Because
so fast forward me.
What's that?
What fast forward me, what happened at the end of October? Where did you end?
The end of October, I ended Emeralds. It was like
Okay.
deja vu from 2020 because
Okay.
March I ended executive, April Emeralds, and then Diamond, and then the same thing happened because I fell a little bit short. But all the work that you put in, it adds up. Nothing is gonna like, it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna, that's why I say, like, if you end strong, you're gonna start strong. Like, you're not gonna, oh, let me just go to sleep and not get this last loyal customer. That's gonna be volume for the next month. So mindset, showing up.
You gotta give me some of them scripts too as to what happened last month. Cause I gotta move on to somebody else. We got 2 minutes left, girl.
So last month, and just to let you guys know, the end of the month, auto ships ran and I was still executive in November.
Wow.
I need 2,300 in volume. But when you follow up with people and you put out into the universe what you want, it's gonna come back to you. But when you tell people what you're working on, and I could put a message here, I'll drop it there in the chat.
Mhm.
It's like, hey, I'm working on a huge goal for my family. Da 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 da. Would you be willing to help out? If you've ever thought about placing an order again, let me know. I sent that up until 12:30 in the morning.
So
Anyone
this
with a
got
green
you
light
from
message.
October going in executive from September. You
Yeah.
closed September.
Executive.
October you closed Emerald, and then
Last
this
night I
month
closed
you
Diamond.
came back to Diamond. I mean, wait, we have December, November.
November I
You
closed
ended
out of
yesterday back Diamond because I know last night you was like, I'm 2:30 away. I'm almost there.
And let me
And
tell you, people were just messaging me out the universe like, hey, I just placed the gummies order. I'm like, where did you even come from? But if you put it out there, it's already yours. And it's
I love that.
mindset. And
Now I need one closing remark, and then I need you to put everything in the chat so I can move on to Ronnie
write down your goals. Write them down.
and make
Right.
them visible.
Make them visible. Write them down. If it's 27 loyal customers, write it down somewhere. And when you get to 26, erase it and write 26 and see it every single day, every single hour. No matter what the goal is, just write it down. No, nothing on your phone, nothing on a laptop. Write it down, pen to paper, dry erase board, write everything down. That's
Love it. All right, thank you, girly. I mean, this probably was one of them Zooms that would have needed 30 minutes for you, but they catch the gist of your excitement because I know it.
Yes. All right.
And she is, let's see here, Ronnie. Let me add him. And thank you so much, Lisa. Wait, oh, great. Wait, I gotta find you. All right, Ronnie. So while I'm taking Lisa off, just tell us real quick where you from, how long you been with Works, and your rank.
All right, I am been with It Works about 3 years, Ruby, and I'm in North Carolina, Charlotte area.
All right, you already got me ready to laugh. You look like you're ready to say something to make me laugh.
I can do that. I have that effect on people. I mean, I do have a radio face, but anyway.
It looked like I was like, oh gosh, she about to say something make me laugh. So question, how did last month go for you?
Actually, it went better than the month before. Started out really biggy and busy and everything, and then so many people wanted to order, and then trying to get them to do it, and then all of a sudden, nobody wanted to do it until the last minute, and I'm like, really? And then they wonder why there's a million people trying to order something. I'm like, hey, I'm just telling you, don't wait till the last minute. So, yeah, I told them I told you so. So I did do that, but it did good. Like I said, I'm glad they extended what they extended, and so now it can help us get those other people that drag their feet to pick it up now. So it's been good.
So how's business for you as far as how do you get customers? Is it social media? Is it more so in person?
Mainly person. I'm all about sharing your story. And one thing I will say, and I tell everybody when they start the product or do anything, make sure you take a picture. Because you don't want to go gain weight just to make your before picture look better and all that stuff. So take a picture first and then see what happens, because believe you me, the product works. That's why they call it It Works. And then just share it. And when I started, that's exactly what happened with us. I mean, we started growing very quickly because all we was doing was just showing our, just sharing our story. And they started seeing it before and after. And it's good when you get to change your before and after constantly. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I get to see your before and afters behind you, which helps us out so much with seeing, where you came from and where you are now. But give us a number. How much have you lost?
Over 100 pounds now.
Wow.
Yeah. So
And your journey, you say you've been with It Works how long now?
3 years. Yeah.
Okay. So your journey with It Works for you, what has been like one of the biggest accomplishments you feel like that has been for you? Like one of the greatest things you feel? Probably
Well,
about 15 of them, but just give us about one or two.
Well, when I first met Rusty and he challenged me, and we didn't really challenge me, he just asked me what I was ready to try the product. And I did like everybody else. Yeah, let me think about it. And he finally said, well, when you're ready to be an asset to your family, not a liability, call me. And boy, that was like slap in the face. Okay.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay.
Rusty,
And
you said that?
yeah.
Oh,
Rusty ain't as nice as he says to be. But anyway, that's another story.
yeah, I mean, it's true.
And so I was like, okay. And he did say, I love you, brother. So that made it a little bit better, but it still hurt. But I did take the challenge and we started doing it. And I guess the biggest thing, and I joked with him about it until it actually happened that year by losing the weight. He asked me what was my biggest goal. And I told him I'd just like to be able to go to the beach and to lay out on the beach and not have kids roll me back in the water. And that actually happened. So I was able to go to the beach because at that time I already lost 100 pounds or 50 pounds. And I'm gonna tell you, when a big boy loses weight, yeah. But no, the goal is really to be able to have the energy and to be able to realize that well, it's just like above my head, the tagline. It's enjoying life full time. That's the biggest thing. Me and my wife both realized within that month's time that we basically realized that, man, life is valuable and it's fun. So let's start enjoying it. We don't have to be able to oh, excuse me, Dixie. Oh, sorry. My dog was going crazy over here. But anyway, the biggest thing is make sure that you're able to enjoy life. You don't have to be a millionaire to enjoy life. And that's what we started realizing as we started growing our business and weight started coming off. We started making a little bit more money and all that. It just was sharing to people. And they're like, man, why are you so happy? I'm like, hey, we're just enjoying life full time. And so that's what we try to tell people. So that's been the biggest excitement with It Works, is giving us a chance not to dream, but to reach those dreams and continue to dream and to help others to dream as well.
I love it. Oh my gosh. These people on here on this Zoom with us is horrible. They making me laugh. I'm trying to keep a straight face. They delayed on it. It's just a mess. Ronnie, give us I know you've already discussed this with us on a Zoom before, but other people are newer that wasn't on that Zoom when you last talked about health things that you went through this year. Can you express that a little bit for them? And Lisa, put them in the text, please. Thank you.
Yeah, the biggest thing, like I said, I love the hydrates and the immunity. I take those all the time. That's my two main ones that I do regardless. And I was fortunate to be one of the ones that had COVID. And it was real bad. It got me to the hospital. Actually, I got tested, came up negative, but anyway, I was having hard breathing. So I went to the doctor and he said, it's bad when the doctor says, did you drive here? I should have realized there's something else getting ready to happen. And I said, no, my wife did. He said, well, she needs to drive you to the hospital because my oxygen level at the time was at 60. And from what he said, that's not good. So I was like, okay, that's not good. So they took me to the hospital and I basically got out of the car and told my wife I loved her and I called her when she come pick me up that day, and I was in the hospital for 6 days. And what was crazy was after 6 days, they released me, completely done with COVID and everything. And they kept asking, what I was doing. And I told them about taking the hydrate and immunity and all that. And so he told me, so whatever you've been doing, keep doing, because that was able to help you recover over from COVID as fast as you did. And then so the next day they sent me home. I was on oxygen for a day. They took me off of it after 7 days, completely healed of COVID and all that stuff. What was crazy, when I went to the doctor 2 weeks to go get a checkup, they did an x-ray on my lungs and everything. And he said, whatever you've been doing, keep doing, because your lungs are cleaner than he's ever seen with somebody that had COVID. And all it was is, and I realized in the hospital when it was really bad, I couldn't even hardly breathe. You don't think about paycheck. You don't think about cutting the grass. You don't think about what I'm going to eat tomorrow. All you think about is breathing. And it was just wild to make me realize in life that whatever you do today is going to affect you tomorrow, 2 weeks from now, a year from now. So you're prepared regardless. And that's whether it's good or bad. And so now, after going through that, I just challenge people and say, look, whatever you're going to do today is going to affect you. Let's make sure it's something good for you. And so that's what's helped me get where I'm at, what I'm doing now, and just helping people realize that, man, you got a choice.
Love it. And which products was that? Was it hydrate?
Hydrate and immunity.
Oh, hydrate immunity. Yes. I literally just had somebody buy that exact package. That's crazy. And I have
It's great. And if you do the reds, they're just as good. You add those with the hydrate. I call it my afternoon delight. And you put it over ice, because I don't do anything hot. But if you do it over ice, and if you really want to get crazy, you can put in these little things. You go to like the Dollar General and get these little ice popsicle things and pour it in there and put it in the freezer. Lord have mercy. Oh, honey child, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, that right there changed your life. I mean, that's one of those things you just pull my teeth and call me gummy. That's how good it is. I'm just telling you, it is unbelievable. But yeah.
But anything you want to leave us with, because you got me laughing too much. I should have let you go last. Anything you want to leave us with?
No, I just tell people that, if you're and on a serious note, if you're how do you say it, if your after pictures look better than your before pictures or whatever, we need to do something about it. The bottom line is this: share your story, take a picture, and to be able to share the difference and let people see the difference, because everybody can say things, but people want to see it. And when they start seeing your results, they're going to start asking you more questions. And that's what it's all about.
I love that. I'm sorry, this kid is not going to sleep over here. It's just distracting me. All right. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Y'all have his before and afters back there behind him, so you can definitely screenshot that to inbox people, and I'll see about a corporate approved so you have it. Say cheese, Ronnie, so they come up on your main screen. Say something. Say anything. Popsicle. Pick a word.
Popsicle.
Ronnie, there you go. All right, so that they can make sure they got the picture. All right, thank you so much. Let's go on to our last person, which is Danita. Unmute yourself, Danita, so I can find you real fast.
Good evening, everybody.
All righty, good evening. All right, Danita, so last but not least, I knew I should have left Ronnie for last. Made me laugh, and now I'm just all off, misconfabulated, just all off now. All right, so tell us where you from, how long you been with It Works, and your rank. See, now I'm forgetting this stuff.
Hi, everyone. I am Danita Miles. I am from Georgia. I've been in the business to be 4 years next July, and my lifetime rank is Emerald.
Okay, awesome. Now, I want to go over, because last month, in general, you always have a successful month. If it's either steps to success, 4 and 1, okay. Okay. Either steps to success, 4 and 1, something. So it's always something. So tell me how 4-in-1 has been treating you as far as you completing them.
4-on-1 has been awesome. Like in the beginning, it was like, hold on, wait a minute. I ain't getting no customers. Because I'm used to getting like 12 to 13, sometimes 15 customers a month. But then when the 4-on-1 came, it was like I got two things going on. Hold on, let me turn this off. I can hear them echoing. It felt like I wasn't getting as many customers as I normally get. So I just kept pushing, kept being consistent, kept doing everything that I normally do, kept trying to get my 10 haps up a day. Last month, we did a giveaway. Most of the distributors opted in, paid in money for it, and we had like a hap sheet, reel sheet. That kept me accountable. Like I had over 100 haps last month. I did about 27 reels, and that's what got me being more consistent with like TikToks and reels. So now my Facebook reels is booming like no other, way better than TikTok, but at least something on that type of platform is doing very, very well. I'm very, very proud of myself for just being consistent in that. Because some days I'll have 3 haps. Next day I may have 10, or the other day I may have more, 12 or 13. So having that sheet and writing it down daily, it was really keeping me accountable. And I'm doing the same thing this month. I just went on and reprinted the sheet. And so far I have like 3 or 4 haps, but it could be better. But I just don't give up. I continue messaging people. This morning, I messaged about 30 people. And then this afternoon, once you sent us the information regarding the price for the giveaway this month, I resent another 20 messages out like, hey, this is what we're doing this month. If you want to get in, let me know.
Okay. So now tell me, what has been the biggest thing for you to get customers? The host of hosts is basically how you get them, or posting?
Most definitely. And just following up and messaging people. I'm always following up. And then I have my calendar. I had to tell my baby to get my calendar. This is like my baby. I keep this by me when I journal, by my bed, by the floor. And if I don't have it, I keep pens and stuff in my car and scratch paper. So if I'm not at home, I can write it down and come home and put it on my calendar. Like my calendar is life. Like I put everything in here. Mostly business wise. Sometimes I put doctor's appointments in here, but mainly business wise. And since me doing my 30 messages at the end of November, and now I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 people on my calendar, and 3 people that I need to follow up at the end of the month. So definitely my calendar. It keeps me accountable. I put my group volume up on there. I put my business volume up on there. Just following up. That's what gets me. Following up. Following up is the key. Like I follow up the first time, and then again in like 2 to 3 days, so you don't like seem spammy or getting on their nerves. Then after that 3rd time, if they don't follow back up with me again, I'll wait about a week or 2, and then I'll follow back up again. And most of the time after that 3rd follow-up, either they'll give me a date or they sign up. But most of the time, try to get a date. I never leave a conversation without a date. Like I'll say, well, I can put you on my calendar. Just let me know. Like that's my biggest thing, because that keeps them knowing that they have to follow back up with me, or lets me know that I have to follow back up with them.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm making it through. I'm trying. I'm making it through. We getting there, girl. I don't know what y'all cooking over there, but whatever it is.
Oh, you see, that's my husband cooking.
Like a whole fish fry, everything.
He made fried rice. It's late.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm in a dining room, the kitchen all the way over there.
Oh, it's so right in there with them. Okay.
I do smell good. Whatever it is, you're whipping up.
I'm trying. You know the ADD series. All right. So you already know Danita is someone that's been with me now for what? Did you hit 4 years or 3 years?
4 years next July.
Where are we? November, December. Okay. So yeah, 3.5. So Danita is someone that got started from a sample pack. that then changed into her being a distributor from purchasing a sample pack. So, you know, your customers and distributors will come from ways as far as sample sales go as well. Everyone won't be the LC first, that upgrade, or come in straight as a DT. Some of them will take that route of sample to LC to DT route as well. So it definitely is helpful for you guys to know that you can go with all those routes and people will entail become a distributor. You know, some people want to try a product before they start. It's going to happen. So, Danita, give
I
me
did
some.
do a sample cash last month, which was amazing. My goal this month is continue that.
What you say about sample cash?
I got a lot of sample cash last month. Almost the first half, about 200, like almost $400 last month in sample cash.
Awesome.
This month I'm going for like 6 if I can do it. I'm just going to be confident and just make sure I write it and post in my stories. That's what gets me to y'all. I load my stories like every day. I do my celery, and then after that I talk about the coffee. I always put samples, and then I put something else. Like right now I'm doing non-commitment and samples, and that's what's been doing it. People are very nosy, and they're going to be in your story. Sometimes they're shy and scared, and they don't want to reach out or comment on your post. So they definitely private. I get a lot of.
No. If
Okay.
I do, I get.
All right, Amber. Go ahead.
Sorry, y'all. I get a lot of private messaging for people, and Host to Post is another winner from me. Like that's my baby. I get most of my customers from Host to Post. I had a lady today that was going to sign up, but she's out of town, didn't have her credit card. I said, "That's okay. When y'all coming back, I can put you on my calendar." And she said, "They'll be back." And I got her on the calendar for this weekend. Host to Post. I got a DT for the 15th from a Host to Post that's supposed to sign up. But my goal is like I've completed 3, 4 and a 1, but I have not did the full cycle. And November, I just got 4 loyal customers. I couldn't get a distributor. And the reason why, it's not that I couldn't sign a distributor. I'm just being a little bit more picky, and I've been listening to you, and I don't want to just sign up somebody. They join, you try to tell them everything, you know, you give them all the tools they need, and they just fall off. And it's so frustrating because it's not like I'm not trying to do one-on-one Zooms with them. It's not like I'm not trying to do training with them. It's not like I'm not giving them scripts and posts and stuff to do. And I'm even telling them like, this is your business, you know, make it your own. But they have to want it. And the people that say yes, I think they're just saying yes. I don't know, like you just got 150 to waste. Like you just not gonna try to get your money back. And it was just a little bit frustrating. So now I've just been praying for go-getting distributors, motivating someone that really, really want to work hard, that doesn't mind putting in the work, that's coachable. I don't want to sign no one else up that's not going to put in the work, that's not going to go for the long haul. Because I'm going to be honest with you, when I joined this business, I didn't know nothing about network marketing. I didn't know nothing about selling products on social media. I had 200 friends. I wasn't even on Facebook and Instagram like that. But this business has changed my mindset. I mean, when I say it's a blessing, I love it. Because of this business, when COVID hit, I was like, oh, we got to do all this protective wear. We got to leave our clothes at work. Oh, I don't know about this. I was like, I'm going to have to really, really consider something. So I came home. My husband was like, do your business full time. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. And that was like the best decision ever. Like I probably could have did a lot better in this business being home, but it was some adjustment I had to get used to. And I'm super thankful for the freedom. I'm super thankful that I can take my daughter to and from school. I wouldn't change it for anything. Like I had a doctor friend, she wanted my help a couple months ago. And she was like, you ever consider? I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm too spoiled now. And I helped her out for about a couple of hours from like 8 to 12. I got home, she gave me that check. I called my mama. I said, I could have made more money selling samples. I was so mad. I was so mad that I gave her my time and I could have doubled my time in my business. So that right there was the like, oh, that's nothing. That's not an option. It's not an option. So
do. People you know, you come home full time. Now you're like in comfort mode. Now
Yeah.
you're no longer working your business. You're not doing anything as far
Yeah.
as a job goes, and now you're just in your comfort zone when you need to get out of it and make sure that now, because you're doing your business full time, you need to do double the work you were doing when you weren't working. And that's
Yeah.
because you want to make sure you keep that momentum going and build on it to do even more, which is what I did when I left mine. And then that month and the next month after, I started doubling. And I'm like, if anything, this job was holding me back. And that's what it did. So
Really
you
did.
definitely have to realize that, guys, when you go from not working for someone and
It's just
I'm sorry,
amazing.
somebody,
No, silly. It's just amazing though. Like just to be
somebody just
home and
yawned. It just
get
threw me
up
off my whole point. But
and if you
give us one last tip, Danita, as to in reference to sample cash. Give us one last tip, and then
oh
put that to
have
the
product keep product on hand, most definitely. Like right now with all these sales that's going on, whatever I was telling my team, take advantage. Like if you don't have something, get it. Like I sell samples all the time, and that's like my baby. If I know I'm not getting 12 to 13 customers a month, I know I'm gonna get that sample cash. So and just be you. Just be you, be authentic, be genuine, be thankful, be grateful. Because of that, I had a lady reach out. She can't purchase any products because she had a gastric sleeve and they did something wrong. So now she has to have a gastric bypass. This lady is going to be donating $100 to me on Friday. So just her doing that because she can't get the products. And when she told me that, I text her, and she's from Instagram, and I text her back, and I was like, oh my God, what a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't have to do that. But she was like, I've been watching you for a few years. You've been consistent. She was like, I love your journey. I love what the positivity that you're putting out here. So for someone to say that to me, it just makes me want to push even more. So I'm definitely going to go hard this month. Like I woke up this morning in a great attitude, and I was just like, it's the first of the month. We're going to get up. We're going to get up. We're going to get it. So you just got to be excited for yourself, and you have to want it. Like I want it so bad. I don't care if I don't complete some goals every day. I'm going to push harder the next day and the next day and the
right.
next.
I
And get
appreciate it.
a journalism zone too, y'all. It's amazing. Like that has kept me grounded too. You know, I am in physical therapy and I can't get on every day, but I do get those prompts and I make sure I write them down. But when I tell y'all, them journaling Zooms in the morning is everything. And I'm so glad that I took the extra step to do that because that's
Yeah.
definitely helping me.
So that's something that we do with I'm not sure if everybody's on here, but Alex is on here. And we joined into her, who is also a sideline, way sideline from us. And she does journaling every morning at 8 a.m. that we between 8 to 8:15, we ain't on time. So between those times we do the Zoom every morning for journaling. So that has helped everybody be accountable to be able to help one another. So if you have that information on hand, can you put it in the chat real quick before we close out with Rusty? Alex, if you're on here, I know you're on here somewhere. Clutch your pearls and put the Zoom ID for me in the chat, please. All right, Rusty, we done heard from everybody. What you want to close us out with? Because you got a lot of info tonight.
Yeah, I got several pages of notes here from each one of you. I'm very excited and just blessed to hear your story. But one thing we've talked about is the comfort zone. If you have a comfort zone, that will definitely lead to your excuse zone, and that'll keep you counterproductive. And if you're counterproductive, you're not investing in yourself. You're not investing your time as to where you become profitable, and you'll spend your time. And I appreciate what she said. From 8 to 12, she just gave time away to some doctor for slave money when she could have been home making compounded money. And so once you understand that, but the key thing to this is we want to get you stage ready because things are fixing to go crazy. It's already in crazy mode, but it's fixing to compound itself. And I want people to find out, I want you to know that your story is the most important thing you got. It's like Danita said, the lady been watching you for years. You show up, it's consistency. That is building and adding to your story every single day. So when you add to your story, some of you got some beautiful posts out there. They're great, but I pretty much know that you're not doing a lot of follow-up. The key element tonight on everybody's success is a follow-up, follow-up, follow-up. sometimes it takes 18, 20 times to follow up with that person consistently for they make a buying decision. That's the way you've been programmed if you watch TV, which I almost can't stand because it's a waste of time. You're not invested, but see your story. And one thing wrapped around the story tonight that I understand is when you become a product of what we're doing, you become a physical product of this product line. This really works. I heard before and after several times with people's looking at your before and afters. You always want to create your before and afters. And like Ronnie said, you don't want your after to look worse than your before. And I promise you, if you get committed to this product line, will you get healthy? Will you get in shape and get your weight down or to your leanest point? Absolutely, you will. Because if you hadn't heard out of the 6 people we had here tonight, the consistency of the story, it was all sooner or later it was wrapped around a particular product that they like most that they had results with, like Pam after chemo. She told you what she took. Look at her hair. That rooster tail has come back. And I know even Lisa, I was impressed with your story that you made a commitment. And the first time I ever met her, I was walking into our airport getting in a jet to leave. And there her and her group stood. And I thought, they got It Work shirts on. We might as well just say hi. And so, but making the commitment that you're worth it, that your daughter's worth it, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna come after it. And your career, you can take this and it become more than coffee than wine. It become getting out of debt. That's what you said. That is huge. And and Ronnie coming out at his age, losing the weight and going through the illness he had at the hospital, and now he's in better shape than he was. And the doctor telling him what he told him. And Natasha, she's just a ball of fire every single day. I mean, I see she puts in hundreds of in our chats, and several chats we're all in that she's on it all day long from early morning to the time I get up, which is 4 a.m. in the morning, until I go to bed. She's after it, just all over it, every one of it. Danita, your story. Lisa, your story. Janet, your story. Everything is about when you become stage ready. And I know we have Rhonda Hartman on here. She's a multimillionaire with us. We're all in the same club. Your story it's what got us to where we were, hitting the stages and hitting all these crazy lifestyle. The only thing that you own is your story. And to become stage ready, don't nobody want to hear the fluff and all the horse shit. They want to hear your genuine, authentic story. Because in one words I wrote down is excitement and consistency, authentic. All that it was in everybody's story. And when you go out and develop your story and you become stage ready, they only want to own you on stage. They only want to hear your story. How did you do it? How did you create solutions for problems? And they don't hear that you made a bunch of excuses. And by the way, if you're making excuses, you ain't gonna never be on the stage. You're never gonna be full time. You'll always do the things and want people to look pretty stuff. Look pretty stuff don't count. It's when you get in the trenches. Every one of these stories tonight, the people are in the trenches. They're working on themselves. They're working on their business. They're engaged. If you're not engaged, you're disengaged. This is not tiptoe through the It Works tulips. This is engaging because everybody here can be exactly where Rhonda Hartman and I am. And you're going to be there much quicker than she and I got there. Because all the stuff you're doing right now is setting you up to catch the next level. Is when we're going to launch 2022 before 2022 gets here. And so if you have a New Year's resolution, go to work on your freaking story, your physical story with whatever product you like best, whether it's hair, skin, and nails, if it's gummies, if it's the whatever. We have an array and all that new product. They just keep popping up here in this chat, Carissa. Did you see that? Somebody messed up and threw the product out, and I'm almost ready to.
I zoomed in.
Did you show everybody?
I zoomed
Guys,
in.
this is going to get Ronnie. Lisa, you're late. Y'all gonna love this new product. God, I'm not gonna do it. They'll smack my hand twice.
No, wait, no, don't do it yet. Let me turn off the recording. Sorry, y'all that ain't see this. Sorry.
All right. Good night, everyone. Don't go.